You are such a terrible dancer, Magnus. Somebody doesn't like my moves, but we sure want to have a lot of fun. Are you all right? Who likes to dance? That's not everyone. All right, we need to teach you a few tricks, maybe later on. Wow, I gotta say that this is such a privilege to be here on this stage and talking in front of all of you at this amazing event. I've got a story to tell and I'd like to share a few things with you, but this video really kicks me, it really makes me go in, surely. But we wanted to show you that even though this is a very serious business, it's very, very serious. In fact, it's so serious that you are allowed to have a little bit of fun sometimes here and there. And when they came up with this idea and they said, all right, Magnus, let's do a few tricks and a few dances and dance behind people and let's just show that you can have fun in life and really enjoy life. Because I'm about to tell you a story of a type of a lifestyle that wasn't as much fun. So, a few of you have heard me before, but most of you haven't. And some of you have heard, who is this crazy Swede? Who is this crazy Swede that inherited his business from his mother some 10 years ago? And who is this guy that's gone from being a young, spoiled little kid to being here on stage today? So I'm here really to share my story and hopefully give you a few tips and maybe a little bit of inspiration to make the choice of choosing forever instead of a regular boring job. Okay? So if you want to have fun in life, you're in the right seat today. You want to have fun? Hey, great. I've got prepared a few pictures for you just to take you forever living a global opportunity. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Global opportunity. Who would think that you can join a business with Forever and make it into a global business? I mean, I looked at it in a very different way. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So, first slide. What's your Forever story? We all got a story to tell. And my story is a bit different because, in fact, it started some years ago when I was, at least I'd like to see myself as a banker. Yeah. All right, you've seen the movie now, so I know that you won't see me as a banker, but I'd like to see myself as a banker. I was leading the corporate life. I was working with, in fact, I was working here in London with ABN AMRO, Dutch bank, doing equity sales. I find it very nice. And what else did I do? Well, actually, when I started as going straight out of high school, and I wanted to get into this bank so desperately. I really wanted to make a career in banking because a lot of my friends did the same thing. And I really wanted to make that career, but it was very tough for me because I didn't have a degree. I didn't have all those great contacts. But eventually, I found a person in the very, very corner who was an assistant on a big desk called the International Equity Sales Department in London. And her name was Jenny. And Jenny, I really tried to convince her that I could be her assistant. So eventually I became the assistant of Jenny. And trying to make yourself through the corporate life, I had to make a lot of push. I needed to prove myself being better. And eventually I became the secretary of the desk. So unfortunately, Jenny had to leave, and I got to take on her seat. Well, is that all right? Is that what you also did? To make your way through life? That you push someone over? And that you take her seat? Well, at the time, I didn't care, honestly, too much about it because I wanted to move forward. And eventually, I found this next woman next to her who was Sarah. She was the desk assistant, and I wanted to become the desk assistant. So I was staying up late at night, and I was learning everything that she did, and I was trying to improve and do it better than her. And eventually, there was a boss further up the corporate ladder who realized that Magnus is a very keen young Swede, and unfortunately, Sarah is not there as much as he is, so I got to take Sarah's seat. Ooh. Well, I wanted to become a junior sales, and I eventually became junior sales, and I've moved on with another bank, with Deutsche Bank, and became an analyst, and I was also doing lots of other work with offices between New York and Stockholm and London, and I was, doing pretty well, I thought to myself. But what I realized was that while I was working and working and working, I was building on someone else's dream. I was building on somebody else's lifestyle, not my own. So I found myself working 80, 90, sometimes 100 hours a week, being very pale, no muscles, and no girlfriend. Why do I want to stay in banking? Because I get a suit, and I get a good business card, and I become someone, right? And then I was introduced to Forever, and I realized that there's a whole nother world where you can build your own business, and you can build on your own dreams, and you can build on your own lifestyle, and you can have a lot of fun. And I was attracted to that. But at the same time, my mother had got involved in Forever, and she became very quickly a hero in Forever. Everybody loved her. And when I came home and I saw all these people at home, and I was like, oh God, Mom, why are you putting all these people in our house? She was doing presentations for all the people that she could find. And I didn't really respect it, because I found it like, you got to be a salesman, that you got to have a bit of toothpaste here and a bit of heat lotion. Right? And by the way, I've got a lip here somewhere, and I'm going to sell you whatever I have. Come on and buy something from me. I was like, Mom, selling aloe vera products I'm sure it's a lot of fun, and I'm sure you have a great time, but it's not for me. And she said, well, you can have a great lifestyle. I said, well, lifestyle, I want to make a career, and I want to make money. I want to have fun in life, but I was also prepared to do the job to get there. But when I looked around, and I saw a lot of pale, weak, as in no muscles, and broken relationships around me, I realized that, is this really what I want to get out of life? So, unfortunately, Mom at the time had cancer. She was very ill for many years, and she never really made it. She passed away, which was a very sad, very, very sad time in my life and my family's life. And she left us just after a few years when she was doing Forever. And that meant that we got to inherit her business. So I was sort of forced in a position where I sort of either had to take it on or just manage it and just, maintain it a little bit and just doing it a little bit on the side. And being so skeptical against network marketing and about the sales guys and not really seeing the big picture of this great company Forever can give you, it was a tough period. Put yourself in my shoes. A mother being recognized as a sapphire manager, with lots of people that looked up to her and found her to be a very inspirational and very loving, caring person. And then she disappeared. Very sad, but very difficult to put myself in those shoes. So Mom did a lot of great things, and I'm very proud of talking about her. But life had to move on, and I had to make a decision if I was going to choose Forever or not. Here's a picture of her in the middle, and my two sisters, Marie and Maddie. So the three of us, unfortunately, our father divorced many years ago and married someone else, and so that's another story. So anyway, so that's the family, all right? So you imagine how much we loved our mother. And her name, by the way, was Bobby Wallenberg, an amazing woman. So Bobby went to see Rex and had a picture taken with Rex. And this is, as you can see, many, many, many years ago. And Rex always said that, look after your business, but look after your children. And if anything goes wrong, you be secure. That means that if anything goes wrong, if anything, unfortunately, and knock on wood, nothing should happen to you or us, but if anything goes wrong, your children or your next of kin will, no questions, they will inherit your business. Wow. They will inherit your business. And think about a company where you can be working with a greater purpose so that the business can move on to the next generation. It's quite extraordinary, actually. And a lot of people have been coming up to me and say, look, Magnus, is that you? I say, yeah. And they sort of nip me in the arm and they sort of touch me somewhere. and they go, is it really true? Is it really true that you can inherit the business? I say, yes, of course it's true. It is true. So the next picture is me and Rex. The story goes on. And it goes on for generations, and I hope that one day I'm going to be able to put up my son or my daughter to be with Rex or Greg in the future. That would be something wonderful, very, very special. Now, why are you doing forever? Why are you doing it? The purpose of this speech is to really try to find out why you are going to do it. Is it because that you care so much for your children or your next? Or is it for some other purposes? Is it to have fun? Yes? What is the reason why you're doing it? Well, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to have as much fun if I was going to keep working in the corporate world and to trying to move myself up and trying to knock people out. I was more feeling that I had to care for more people, and I wanted to help other people to achieve better things in life. And I wanted to help people instead of trying to move myself through a normal career. So I felt very humble when I came into the Forever Living world, and they offered me the opportunity of helping people to develop a business and also to help people to get a better health. And coming from the background with cancer in family, I'm sure you know someone or had it in your own closed environment. You know, it's such a dreadful thing that you really want to take the opportunity to have a good life and to have a lot of fun and to help people. So for me, it was all about getting that lifestyle and to help people and enjoy life while you can. It might sound a bit, I don't know, the word comes out in my mind, but I know, corny, but what I'm trying to say is that, well, seize the day, you know, take the opportunity that you have here today and do something with it. Don't wait till tomorrow or till you get old. Do it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Take the opportunity. And today we're presenting a company which has an amazing opportunity. And the question is if you really get it. So here's a house. In fact, it's on, this house is right in Stockholm. And I know I've said this before, but still I haven't had that many knocks on my door yet, because they haven't still figured out where it is actually. But, but I always say my doors is always open. If you come and knock on my door and show your PIN and say, I'm a Forever Living distributor, let's have some fun. I'll be opening up the door and say, come on in. Life is about having fun, yes? Yes, life is about having fun. So come and knock on my door one day and say that you're with Forever and let's have some fun, and I'll be opening up that door. But I just wanted to, talking about doors, I just wanted to tell you a little story on how big this business actually can become if you start today and if you do the right things and grow the business, and to see the real potential instead of just seeing it in numbers. So, what does your door look like? What does it look like where you live? Well, I took this picture because this is my front door of the house, and my sister's name is Maddie, and Maddie said, "Come on, Maddie, it's such a boring presentation. Come on, it's going to be, it's just a door. Put somebody in it." So I had to change the picture. So picture your door where you live at home, and now I don't know what it would look like, but let's say that it's a blue door. Outside that door, every day, your Forever Living postman will come and deliver the products that you just recently ordered, okay? Now, do you get your products sent to your home, or do you have to go and collect them? Home, collect. You look very funny. Okay, well, think of it that if you sponsor people into forever, you can either sell all the products yourself, or you can build a network of people and you can help more people to help you to deliver and inspire more people to use and have the benefits of our products. Are we okay with that? Okay, so you either do it yourself, or you sponsor people, you inspire people to help you to do the same, okay? So the business that I inherited turned over a number of products. I'm not going to go into all the details about it, but we had some fair amount of customers. But when time has gone past and I've been recruiting more and more people, in fact, I've been helping more and more people to join the business, and I've been trying to inspire people to use the products so that they can see the benefits of them. The more and more people I have in the team now, that's what creates the volume. Instead of selling it myself, I'll be inspiring people to do the same. Do you follow? Okay, so let's say that you put an aloe vera bottle of aloe gel. I don't know, can you see it in the very back? At the very bottom, a little yellow tub. And by the way, I thought it was such an ugly tub when I joined this business. I said, my God, what a stupid box. I mean, what is this? I mean, it was just ridiculous. I was like, come on. This is so much 70s or early 80s, I don't know. It was just I said, come on, you got to change it into something more sexy. If I'm going to sell this, you know, if I'm going to have it in here or here, you know, it's going to be a little bit more sexy in there. But they said, Magnus, come on, you don't really get it, do you? I said, why not? Come on, it's a brown top. Brown top, why should you have a brown top on it? And a yellow, ugly yellow, why? And I was complaining. I was having the wrong attitude. I was looking at the negative things instead of the positive things on it. And that's what the biggest problem most people are facing when they're joining the business. They only see the problems instead of the opportunities. And some person came up to me after a speech when I did, and she said, oh, you haven't really understood it, have you? And I said, well, actually, I guess it's a cool bottle, but still, why? And she said, no, it's because it's the chakra. Do you know the chakras? Some of you do. Okay, the chakras. So aloe vera gel is good for your tummy. And fortunately, I didn't bring it, but if you would sort of picture yourself this as being a yellow, and it's yellow, so why the brown top? Oh, you don't get it, do you? Thank you for that story, whoever gave me that. So now you know why the bottle looks like it does, okay? Okay, so outside your door, picture yourself outside your door. How big can your business become? You put a yellow tub outside the door, and the following morning you're opening up the door, and the bottle is gone, okay? Somebody bought it. Now, the following morning, the postmaster, what do you say, the postmaster? The postman, postwoman, delivery boy, delivery girl, I don't know. Okay, so the delivery person drops off the box of product outside your door, and now you're opening up the door, and you see all these beautiful products outside the door, and you go, wow, what an opportunity, and you go out and you recommend it to your customers, okay? You find more customers. Well, the great thing of building a network is that the more people you sponsor, the more products your delivery man can come and put outside your door. Now, the question is, how much can you take care of yourself? And I was adding all these bottles, and I was trying to work out on the bonus recap and trying to figure out how many bottles are being turned over in my team or by myself every month, year, decade, I don't know. And I was starting to add them all up, and I know I got a little bit overexcited about it because I keep clicking, but I don't know. Do you see them coming? Okay. So we have more and more. I don't know what it would look like outside your door, but I tell you, my door is getting pretty full up. What does it look like outside your door when all these bottles are outside that door? And I know this is crazy, but this is actually a true story. it is so true, and I'm coming to the end of it, and here we go. Come on. They're heavy. They're heavy, heavy bottles. So, oh, there we go. Oh my God. So that's all the product every morning when I wake up. That's the kind of product outside my door every day. Oh, you didn't get it. Okay, let's take it. So take it from the beginning. So how big can this business become if you're not only doing it yourself, but if you're helping people to join our business? How big can this business become if you inspire more people? And ladies and gentlemen, that's how big it can become every day. Yay! Huh? Isn't it amazing? Every day. That's how big it can become. And then you're opening up the door and you come home at night and they're all gone. Isn't that great? And the following morning, there's a whole new load of product being going out of the warehouse, and you open up the door, and it's all gone. Now, has anybody here today sold any product? Yeah, a few hands. Did anybody sell a pack of 3? Okay, good. So now you realize that you are contributing to your team and to that, and now think about if you had a massive team that could help you to do the same. That would be quite amazing, wouldn't it? Okay, so I was in the warehouse in Dallas, and that's the truckload that goes out every 4th day. Huh? Imagine when your business is growing so big that that's actually what's leaving your business every day. Huh? Cool. Do you like that? Great. So why forever? Why do you want to join forever? Why do you want to get involved in this business in the first place? Well, we all got a different story. We all got different reasons for it. And I don't know what's next. Is it because of the aloe products? It's because of the fields and because of the great quality that we have? Is it? How many of you joined this business that because you wanted to become a customer? Yeah? To become a customer, to enjoy the benefits of the aloe or some of the other products. Yeah? So we are the world leader in aloe vera. I've been on these fields and I actually took this picture, and it is an amazing company behind it. So why forever? Because we are having the great products in the world. That would be a reason. But it could be also because of the great product of RG+. That's quite a good product, isn't it? Yeah? Yes. 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 It's quite a cool product, isn't it? Yes, it's quite a cool product, isn't it? All right, I'm going to stand behind here for a second, just when I talk about the RG+. Or why don't I talk about the Ultra or the Aminotine instead? If you haven't tried the RG+, be careful. Small doses, don't overdo it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, he got a Nobel Prize for it. I mean, Dr. Murad, he got the Nobel Prize with all the stuff that goes into the RG+. I mean, it's just an amazing product. It completely shifted my business into a whole nother, I mean, I don't know. It's just turned the whole thing upside down. So enjoy the new products and enjoy the aloe gel, of course. I always go the aloe gel and the RG as one couple, as one kit, but I also do the gel and the Aminotine or the Ultra. And the Ultra is really kicking off in Scandi. It's doing a great job, and lots of people are buying it. In fact, it's been sold out. So now, instead of complaining that it's been sold out, people are actually saying, well, that's great. What a wonderful product. Now we can focus on the RG till we get the Ultra back. That's attitude. That's attitude. So, why forever? Is it because we have great events and that you get recognized on stage? Raise your hands if you like to get recognized. Yay! Isn't it nice to be recognized? How many times do you get normally recognized in your normal day job? Never? I'll tell you a story of one of my distributors that joined this business. She lives up in the north of Sweden, where it's a very, there's not a lot of people living up in that area in Sweden. And I was sitting on an airplane with her. Her name is Barbro. And and Barbara used to work for the, do you remember the phone company LM Ericsson? Ericsson phones, which is barely people have heard of any of these days. I don't know what happened, but anyway, so Ericsson, and the Ericsson company closed down their factory, and she was out of job, and she was invited to come and join Forever, and she did an amazing job of inspiring people to join her team. And by doing that, she got awarded and got recognized on stage, but she also got recognized with trips. And I was sitting with her on an airplane going across to the United States, and it was one of these incentive trips. And she was sitting next to me, and she said to me that, oh my God, I mean, Magnus, this is quite amazing. And if you got to understand the personality that hasn't been traveling much at all in her life, she hasn't been exposed to all these extravagances that Forever can give you, and she's sitting on this airplane. And in fact, before we boarded the plane, and we were trying to get the seats next to each other, and she said, what seat number did you get? I said, I got A. And she said, oh, shoot, I got C. And I said, C, well, that's okay. And she said, no, we're not next to each other. I said, well, in business class, there is no B. So we were sitting next to each other. And after that, she said, and she was so sweet, she said, I don't really like this, whatever pate it is, because she never had foie gras. So she passed it over to me, and she said, well, I don't really like that, so you have it. I was like, you're sitting here in a business class, and you're having champagne with foie gras, the nicest food and drinks you can have, and it's just too much. It's just being too much. And you think of the things that you experience with Forever, where it's taken you from and where it can take you to. It's just unbelievable. Life can be a lot of fun up front. So, would you like to get recognized? Yes. Well, if you like that, I'm sure there's more people out there that would like to get recognized. Talk to them and help them to join Forever. Okay, but I think that a lot of us would like to join Forever because we would like to earn some money. Am I right? Yes. And now, how do you make money in life? Well, I see it as in two different ways. You could either do it via investments. You come to one of the banks with lots and lots of cash, and you deposit the money, and you buy investments, and you have that money to work for you, and you get dividends, and you sell, and you trade it, and you make more money by having lots of money. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us didn't have any money when you got started. I didn't have enough money to get started with my investments. So what else can you do if you haven't got that cash when you want to make money? Well, you can invest time. And investing time, and not only your own time, but investing time in others and help them to join and to work with Forever. And if you do, you will make good money in it. I can guarantee you. If you do invest your time and help others to join Forever, you will make good money of it. Absolutely, no doubt. So time and money. You will end up with a network. And I just took this, it's actually an old picture that's been hanging on my wall for quite a long time, which has grown substantially, but it's just one of my teams that could show you what a network would look like. You talk about your distributor and you write them up on your wall, you put a piece of paper, and in fact that's what it was like when I started this business. I was doing a little white piece of paper, and with a circle and a happy face, happy face, happy face, and a name and a place, and then you add on all the extra persons to your network. The more people you join you, the Forever head office in Longbridge, they will take care of all the details and all of that. All you need to do is just to keep sponsoring people, help people to join your team, and you will end up with a network. And that's the beauty of it, because once you have that network, you are going to have a lot of fun. Okay? Do you want to build a network? Yes. So do I. Attitude. Attitude is the key thing to build a network. If you don't have the right attitude, you are not going to be able to build a big network. I told you, some of you that were at the party last night, about attitude. And I just wanted to share you a story again of my mother when I realized how much it meant to me to have the right attitude joining this business. And she came home one night and she said, guys, attitude. You need to have a great attitude. And I was with my sister and like, oh, come on, Mom. Said, what are you talking about? Attitude, attitude. And I didn't realize how important it was going to be to build a business until much later on. But I remember the following morning when she came down in the kitchen with an oversized T-shirt, and it said, attitude is everything. Now, we have a couple of attitude for sale outside. No, we don't. But to have the great attitude is really the key. What's driving this business. It's such an important thing to have a great attitude. See the opportunities rather than the problems. If you have a great attitude and give you a high five instead, that's really what's going to make a difference. Okay? Now, do you feel comfortable of giving someone else a high five? Okay. Would you like to do that now? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You are having a great attitude. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Come on. What are you doing? That's not the way you have it. Come on. You got to do it with more passion. You can't just go there and go, oh, I'm sorry, I hit your face. Come on, come on. Give the person sitting next to you a real good high five and look them in the eyes and go, attitude. Hey, there's my attitude. Huh? That's what you do. Give them a good attitude. And watch out so you don't hit the face. You want to make sure that you look them in the eyes and say, attitude. Attitude. That's it. That's more like it. Now, here's another thing that you can practice on when you do it. Here's what you can practice on when you practice your attitude. And when you're looking for people to join your business, you want to make sure they have good eyes. They want to make sure they have good eyes. And now, I'm told not to leave the stage too much, but I'm looking down and I can see a little bit of glitter. Glitter in your eyes. Do you know what glitter means? Glitter? Sparkle. Sparkle. That's it. Okay. So you look around and you look in people's eyes, just in general. You could just sort of observing a little bit. And you observe them and then you go, there's some glitter. And then you put up your two fingers like this and you do glitter. Glitter! And you look them in the eyes and say, glitter! And when you see that glitter, that's the kind of people that you want to sponsor into your business. Okay? All right, let's practice, shall we? All right, look around and look at people and say, glitter! There you go. Now do it with real glitter in your eyes. You need to see it in your eyes. Glitter! Glitter! Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. Glitter! Find people with glitter in their eyes and you will have an amazing success with forever. Do you get it? Say yes! Yes! Attitude is everything. Attitude is absolutely everything. Now, the great person who brought the attitude to this company, I'm sure you all have seen, Rex Morn, who has an amazing attitude. Look into his eyes and get close to him whenever you get a chance. He's just the most wonderful person in this company with glitter and attitude. He's got it all. I mean, if you want to learn, hang around with Rex. And if you haven't seen him, you need to qualify to come. And if not, come to the O2 Arena next year for the big event and meet Rex. He's a cool guy. All right. He's the one paying for the party. Woohoo! All right, so here's a picture that I'm not allowed to show in Sweden for a couple of reasons. Because in Sweden we have the janteloven. We're all supposed to be very equal. Yes. Don't think that you are someone else. We are all at the same level, okay? Don't think that you can have a nicer car or a nicer lifestyle or more than anybody else. We're all equal. So I'm not allowed to show the big money in Sweden. But we do get inspired by it, don't we? So here's a picture of a couple of people in my team that got their profit share checks or even the chairman's bonus check last year, or actually earlier this year in Hawaii. And Pia to your left, got her little small check there, but she's on her way, and she's already got her vision into her big money. And then you see me, and you see Anya and Kim Madsen. They got a pretty decent check there, don't they? Okay. And then you have Jeanette Magnuson, who joined this business, very, very insecure about herself. She joined the business. She was sitting in the back of the dining room in my mother's house, and she said, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I cannot sell anything. And she held her purse in her lap and said, I'm not going to buy anything. She was very insecure, very insecure. Now she's on stage and going, wow, women can do the business. Yeah, go women, go girls, go girls. It's quite cool, isn't it? So you get some good money, but it's not only us, it's not only a few people at the top that make all the money. In fact, everybody can get a big bonus share every year if you qualify for it, if you're prepared to put the time in and to do what it takes. A lot of us are wishing it will just happen by accident, but if you actually put in the time and work into it, like I have for the past 10 years plus, because even though I did inherit the business, there was a lot to be done. If you think that your customer is still going to be there tomorrow or in 3 months or next year without calling them, I think you might be mistaken. If you think that your distributor is still going to order the product unless you look after them in the next year or 2 years or 3 years to come, if you don't pay attention to what you've got, you might go bare or empty-handed. So I've been very driven to focus on, to re-qualify and to help more people in my team to join my team so that I can earn the right of being a Sapphire manager myself. Thank you. So pay attention to your team, look after them and care for them, and you will have a lot of fun. And help more people to get qualified for the Chairman's Bonus Program, because that's really that's a lot of great time. You get a lot of good things that you can do with that money. Now, what would you do? Oh boy, I wish I had more time. Do you want to hear what I've done with it? All right. Well, they cut my time down, so I'm actually supposed to be finished right here. But if you give them a big round of applause or just say, yes, we do want to hear the last bit, I might be able to say it. Okay, is that okay? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to steal a few more minutes. Okay, so what can you do with the money? What kind of lifestyle can you get? Well, I don't know if you like boats at all, but I had a vision in my life when I was very young. I had a big dream. My grandfather, Henry, had a big sailboat that unfortunately was lost and sold many years ago, and my mother never made enough money, nor my father, to have money to buy all those beautiful things in life that we were longing for. And that sailboat's always been a part of the family, and it's always been a big sort of an icon for freedom and for happy times and for relationships and for things that's happening in life. So that was always been my big dream, and I was always had that thought in my head, and it's like, one day I want to have a boat like my grandfather did. I would feel so great if I could, it would be such a big tick in the box. It would really show that, yes, I did accomplish something. So, just this summer, I was in my new summer house in Sweden, and some friends of mine they said, Magnus, you should really get a boat. I said, well, I don't know, my grandfather's boat, and I was talking about that. And they said, no, you should get yourself a decent boat. And I was like, why should I do that? Well, I do want to have it, but at the same time, can I afford it? And, being that sweet of not daring to do it and going for it. So they poured me more wine, and Magnus, you should get yourself a boat. And then Carl-Henrik, my friend, he said, Magnus, why are you talking so much about your past? Why don't you look into the future and start building your own legacy instead? And I was like, say that again. And I had a glass of wine more, and I said, say that again. And he said, why don't you start something else on your own and buy yourself your own boat instead of looking at something that you inherited and start building on things that you can really be proud of? I said, that's it, that's what I'm going to do. So 4 days later, I was sitting on an airplane going across all the way to America, to north of Chicago, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Got into a little harbor there, found this old man that had this boat for 40 years, and he was prepared to give it up because he was getting too old. And he said it's time for it to leave the present and to be taken back to Sweden. So 24 hours later, I was on the plane going back with the original drawings, signed contract, and I bought this boat. And the trip that I've just done has been the most amazing trip of my entire life. To sail the boat all the way through the Great Lakes, through Lake Michigan, all the way up to Canada, and through down to Mackinac Island, if you know these places, down to Detroit, running aground in the middle of Detroit, which was terrible. Got rescued, but with some friends and loved ones, I had an amazing time with them, and we sailed all the way across to where was it? Buffalo and Niagara Falls. Had to make a huge turn there, not to go down into the falls, and then to the Hudson River, and eventually we ended up in New York City with a boat and sailing down the Hudson River, kissing the Statue of Liberty like 7 times, and having a great time. And of course, being on your own boat in the city of New York, knowing that you accomplished something was just such a big, that's what I'm going to do. And it's just an amazing feeling, a feeling that I could never dream of that actually was going to happen. It was only a dream when I was young, and with Forever, that dream has come true. Unbelievable. 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 The opportunity that you guys have, the opportunity that we all have with Forever is beyond your wildest imaginations. If I can express the feelings that I have and all the tears and all the stuff that's been going through my mind and my life for the time with Forever, I wish you could have and share the same experience and to build on your dreams and to do the things that you really want to do in life. Because if you are involved in Forever and don't give up, you will have those dreams. Those dreams will come true to you. I am so sure we have an amazing company behind you, and I wish you all the best of luck and have fun. And don't forget the attitude and glitter. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Glitter.